is not an easy decision.
My name is Esther.
Why aren't you down at the party?
I've never really seen the point of it. I guess I'm different.
There's nothing wrong with being different, you know. This is an extraordinary little girl. She's very mature for her age. You seem to have made quite a connection.
Is this your house?
It's your home, too. You're just as much part of this family as Danny and Max.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
This is our new student. I'd like you all to make her feel very welcome today.
Oh, look. Little Bo Peep texts me. She wants her outfit back.
Esther,
What are you doing? Something's happening to cause Esther to feel this way. I think there's something wrong with Esther. We need to know what we're dealing with. Trouble does have a way of finding her. What kind of trouble?
My name is Dr. Varva. I'm calling from the CERN Institute.
I don't understand. How can they have no record of her being
There
there?
has to be some explanation.
The orphanage has never heard of her.
I don't think Mommy likes me very much. It must be hard to love an adopted child as much as your own.
why was she at your hospital?
Oh, my God.
I love you, Daddy.
I can't do it anymore.
I have a surprise for you, Mommy. That's the story. That's the glory of love.
Esther? Esther?
Hey, cool. What is up? And after all that, here we are. Yeah, you know me, man. I got to get it all long and drawn out and all that kind of stuff. But there it is, man. Yeah. Here we are back, just like I said we'd be to do Orphan 2009, man. I think we've seen this for the first time together, right?
Yes.
I think we might,
Yeah,
I think we
first
might have
time
read it
together.
or something like that. But
Yeah, I think
oh, go ahead.
I think I'm the one that told you to see it.
Right. But yeah, I ended up liking it a lot, and then it was kind of like X. After I seen Pearl, I ended up liking X a lot more, and um, um, First Kill made me like this one a lot more, and then that's why I snatched
Hmm.
the screen. But all right, I was kind of proposed something earlier, and I thought it was kind of interesting. Um, a girl named Stacy, she's a newer subscriber. She proposed to me a question in an old. She watched one of my really old videos, and she posed a question um, of casting the original Jaws like today. So I thought that was kind of interesting, and so the first thing I figured I'd pass this by you and by you guys. What's up, everybody? Um, who would you put as like Chief Brody and Hooper and Quint? I have what I think is a kick-ass Quint. I think Michael Rooker would be a decent Quint.
Hmm. Hmm. Um,
And I thought as Brody, Colin Farrell. I thought that would be two interesting people to recast. If they was to be recast, would be remade, which of course I wouldn't do. But I just thought the whole aspect was pretty interesting.
um, I uh, it's been forever since I've seen Jaws. The the main the main protagonist, um, God, I can't even remember the actor's name now, but the
Roy,
fella that played
that that's a Roy Scheider
right, God, I can't
played
even
Chief
remember the
Brody.
actor. I can't even remember the actor I'm thinking of, but I would put dude that played Green Goblin.
That's interesting. Yeah. Willem Dafoe.
Yeah. I put Defoe for Brody.
That would be interesting. I hadn't thought about that. Willem Dafoe can do anything, so hell yeah.
Mm,
Now, what do you think about Michael Rooker as Quint?
I I do believe that's a pretty good fit. I think that's a good
Yeah,
fit.
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think I have to agree with that.
I like it as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, I'm Willem Dafoe, Rooker, and God, who would fit with those two and be able to produce good chemistry though?
Right, right. Rooker would be a
Because you
great.
can't just
Hey,
throw.
Austin. See,
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
right,
because you can't just because we've seen it several times where you get three just badass actors and they end up making a shitty
right,
movie.
right.
Like like the three actors work well alone, but when you put them together with other actors, they don't mesh. That was the problem they had with Ginger Snaps actually, is because they would have a great Bridget or a great Ginger, but they couldn't find a good sister duo for the two.
Right.
And then they actually came upon Emily Perkins and Catherine Isabel being together by accident because they were hanging out because they were auditioning and blah blah. And the casting director saw them too and was like, "Wow, they actually like they mesh well. Like they could be sisters." And it clicked. And he was like, "Well," and he went and talked, and that's how we ended up with Catherine and Emily.
Austin
So that
obviously found that I said Chris Pratt as Hooper. I don't know how he went and found that shit so quick because that's an old ass video. But yeah, hey man, I was stuck trying to find a Hooper, and that's what I ended up with, man. I
that
could not find anybody to replace Dreyfus. You know what I mean? I just couldn't do it.
when I came back on the tube and went to go resubscribe to your channel, that was actually one of the first recommended videos for your channel. I typed in your name, that was probably in the top five that just
What was it?
popped up. The Jaws
What?
video.
Oh, my Jaws video. Yeah,
Yeah,
really.
your Jaws video was in the top five recommended. It was like Jaws. It was Jaws,
Seems like it'd be one of the bigger
and
ones,
yeah, yeah, Jaws was one of them. One of your Italian giallo films was one of them.
right? Try to get this
Um,
together.
yeah, there's a few of them that just popped up there for me when I went up there, and I was like, oh dang, because I'd only watched part of the Jaws stream. I hadn't
Right.
watched the full thing before, and I decided to go back and actually watch it when I resubscribed again when I made the new channel. and I was like,
David
what?
Arbor, yeah. Yeah. When was but yeah, that's just an interesting little question that was brought up to me by her, and I just thought that I'd throw it out there and see what everybody thought, see what you thought. But yeah, that's a little something like, when something like that's brought up, I just kind of want to spread it around and see what everybody thinks.
Mm-hmm.
So when was the last time that you seen was the last time you seen Orphan, man?
Last month. It's kind of one of those monthly, like guilty favorites. I come back and watch it all the time. I love the movie. I love her.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
is, as I put for the first chat comment or the first comment on the video, uh, come with our adventures to talk about one of horror's greatest uh, adorable psychotic killer kid.
Right, right. Let me see here. Let me do a couple of things here just to well, here. First of all, we'll yeah, exactly. Well,
Did you realize what you just did? What? You used the past participle without a modifier.
Chick is
Dr. Poole! Dr. Poole? Hello? Get back in the room! Watch it there, Connie. You've got a dangling participle.
oh, and just
Sexy? Easiest 1, 2, 3.
yeah. Oh, wait.
Sorry, bitch. How's got to eat too?
Well, we gotta eat too. And
Oops.
here.
Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years.
Your little short.
Now all that is out of my system. Patrick Stewart could have made a good Quint. Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. Quint is a bit different in the book, right? You're right. Yeah, that is true. Very,
Yeah,
very,
that
very
would
true.
ultimately depend on how they wanted to make it. If they wanted to make it true to the book or try to
Right,
directly remake, or
right,
if they were to say that one never existed. It would depend
right.
on how they go about it.
There's the Look Movie link for anybody who does not have it, because I didn't see where it's playing anywhere. So there, go to that link and you could check out Orphan along with us. Of course, I have the Scream Factory edition right here, the newer one that just came out not too long ago. So
Hey,
yes, anybody wants to join is more than welcome to join us. All are welcome. Um, just long as everybody's cool and everybody's wanting to have fun and kick ass and have a good time. I don't give a shit. Sounds
um,
great to me. Sounds great.
just one more hit on the Jaws thing. Um, the old fisherman that goes out after Jaws first.
Right.
I would throw Mickey Rourke in that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I
Interesting.
think Rourke would fit that role pretty well because he can do a man's man, or he can make you cry with him.
Yeah. Let me see. Is is that at the top there? Since I started, is the link there at the top there, Russell? If it is, we're ready to roll, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Isabel Furman is really really great in this, man.
Oh yeah.
And of course you got the very great Vera Farmiga, which she is the first. I think one of her earlier roles might be The Departed. Scorsese's The Departed. She also played Norma Bates in the Bates Motel series, and she's
Hmm.
done a lot of shit. Of course, she's in the Conjuring movies, which I'm not too big on so much. Second one, I think, is probably
No,
the best one, but
yeah,
it just bothers me that it's based on a couple that were totally full of shit. You know what I mean?
yeah, oh yeah.
Very, very
Every
cool.
case
Yeah,
they
yeah,
ever, yeah, every case they ever did was debunked as bogus. Every one of
yeah. Unfortunately, there were a couple of phony con people, but they make for a couple. There's a couple entertaining shows. She's a Godzilla. Yeah, Godzilla King of the Monsters. Exactly. She's just good, man, and she's still hot as fuck. When she was younger, she was really fucking hot. Bria Formica was.
them. Oh yeah, and she's one of
Yeah.
those that just. She's another
I
one of
love
those.
Glenn Dis.
mm,
I hate her
Oh
fucking
yeah,
husband.
yeah. I can't
Peter
stand him.
Skarsgård plays such a stupid fuck in this, man. I just want to slap the shit out of this dude throughout most of this movie.
Oh yeah, I would love to wrap my hands around his throat just once.
How do you treat your wife? Well, I don't care if she did used to have a drinking problem. Some fucking what, like he was perfect or something. He treats her like she's under him throughout the whole movie. Like when your wife says something, and she's saying something, you got to at least give her the benefit of the doubt. You don't immediately doubt what she says and make it like she's drinking again and shit.
I mean, especially when it's about a child that you don't know.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah,
know. You do not know this child from Adam or Andy or Sam. You don't know her, and
yeah.
your wife is suddenly very worried that something may be wrong, that something's going on. If she says that the little girl did something, at least check it out. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? At least investigate it a little. Don't just immediately go,
I have
"Oh,
not.
well, dog, oh,
Yeah, yeah. I have not
dog."
seen Running Scared, Austin. Austin saying Running Scared, you get a nice shot of her hot ass after the laundry real quick. Damn, I need to see that part. Absolutely, because I ain't seen her
Absolutely.
ass yet, and I'm definitely wanting to. So yeah, but
I've seen it in a
yeah,
couple movies.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
If
pretty.
everybody's ready to roll, just give me that thumbs up, and that'll let me know when to start thinking about getting this going. But do you have yours ready?
Yeah, I just gotta press play.
Cool, excellent, excellent. So I'll give it another minute or two here, make sure everybody's prepared and ready and all that. I got the link started and going there. Uh, Let me see, and I got an auto start. Okay, yeah, got it already on there. But yeah, I've got to see that part with her ass, man. I'm immediately gonna hunt that shit up. Immediately. Never told even no, I never told anyone, even our close friends, that I was orphaned at 5 years old and adopted 10 weeks old. Really,
No,
I could have sworn that you had told me. Well, you told me that you was adopted before, Russell. I don't know if you told me about being orphaned at 5 weeks old, but you did tell me that about being adopted. I do remember you saying that. At least
when did
I
they
mean,
tell you?
at least you turned me. At least you turned out really good. Do what?
When did they tell you, Russell?
Oh, like I said, Russell told me about it a long time ago.
Oh, when
Um,
did
I don't know if
when
you
did
about
they
it.
enlighten you on the fact? Did they wait until later, or did they do it early?
I seen the first couple of seasons, Austin. Me and my ex-wife were watching it for a while. Russell may or may not be listening. Sometimes he'll watch, but he'll be listening to something else. He'll have like what I mean. So sometimes he
Nah,
doesn't hear what we're saying. So
nah, it's all right. I don't take
there's
it
a
personally.
chance he may hear you and he may not. But I'm going to start the 10 count now. Of course, it'll be a silent five and an out loud five as usual. Starting right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Play it. We're going. We have started Orphan. Now
I
you can
love
tell
the
a little
Warner
bit in the
Brothers.
sequel. Hey, Nanette, what's going on? Sorry, I didn't finish our conversation. I had prepared to go live here, but I can talk to you more about it if you want as soon as it's done here. So just let me know. Yeah, I think you could tell somewhat that she had aged in the newer one a little bit, of course, because they're made like 13 years apart.
Yeah, but they did a really good job of makeuping that and CGIing that to make her look younger again.
Now, see, that's news to me, Russell, because I didn't even know that Vera Farmiga even did a film that long back. I remember the film Running Scared, but I did not remember her being in it. I didn't realize she had done shit that far back.
It's also in a TV show when she was a kid. I mean young.
Mhm.
She was in a TV show that I used to watch.
Yeah. I heard they're talking about a third one. The
Why?
actual sequel to the actual sequel to the original one.
I don't see how. Never mind.
Oh, big, This reminds me of the Omens before die. Now, I think there's parts of this, like when they're up in the treehouse, that reminds me of The Good Son.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Do you hear The Good
I
Son
always wanted it. Vaguely,
with
but
Culkin?
very vaguely.
It had
Um,
Culkin and a very young Elijah Wood.
Elijah Wood, no.
He really proved himself to me, man. Like I was kind of down on Elijah Wood, but then I seen him do the Maniac remake, and I seen
Yeah,
just little things. He's good at playing creepy, man.
yeah. That should definitely be his shtick. Like he should definitely do creepy more.
He's
I love
he's.
the
He,
dude when he does creepy. Very good.
have you seen Come to Daddy? That's crazy.
No, I seen a trailer for it and I wanted to watch it. I've been trying to find it to see it, but the library in town doesn't have it, and we don't got video stores no more. So
Man,
the fall of physical media.
you really don't have access to a lot of streaming right now either.
No, I have it. I have it for a week. Like every couple of weeks, I'll get it.
Man,
Then I'll be able to do it. So it's like you guys will see me like a lot twice a month, and then you guys won't see me for like 2 straight weeks. But that also gives me time not to get all bogged down and just down like I was before.
oh man, what a nightmare, man. This opening scene,
Oh yes, yeah,
she just
that
see because because later on when they're all getting her ass and everything, man, they even kind of throw the baby in her face. You know what I mean? It's kind of fucked up. He's just an ass.
Oh yeah, I punched him right in his mouth.
She does, I think, does she?
No, unfortunately not. I wish she
I
would
was
have.
thinking,
That'd be great.
I was thinking she did something to her, or she was at least thinking about it.
You could tell by looking at her face, she's definitely thinking about doing something.
She would
She
bust
don't know
his
what,
head.
but she wants to do something. I
I
love the
mean,
bathroom.
yeah. The whole house,
Very
man,
cool.
is very cool. He's good.
I would.
The Maniac remake is great, man. It's one of the best remakes ever made. Now they can't hold a candle to the original. The original is very special.
Are we talking about?
Like my post I put of Carolyn Monroe up, on my community post because I just kind of, to me, she's kind of like the horror chick of the week. So from the
What
original
movie are we
Maniac.
talking about? Oh, Maniac
Uh,
still?
yeah, let's talk about the Maniac remake and the original.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the better remakes of time. It goes up there with things like The
Uh,
Fly.
yeah, it's one of those films in the net that you know, just like you've heard, I'm sure many times. The original Maniac. It definitely makes you want to take a bath afterwards or take a shower. It's definitely got a grimy, dirty
Yeah,
feel to it, which I love.
yeah,
I love that about it.
yeah. Yeah, there are certain movies that make you want to do that. Things like Maniac, Last House, I Spit on Your Grave. Those
Henry,
kinds of movies, like high tension, makes you want to like the certain movies. Just
yeah, yeah,
yeah, they,
um,
they definitely make you feel very unclean.
yeah. Henry's big on that too. Yeah.
I haven't seen Henry in a long time. I tried to get the library to order it for me so I can watch it, and it's actually on their banned list.
No, Ninja, I have not seen Smash Cut. That must have been right before Hess died. That sucks. Yeah, I definitely got to see that, especially if it's got Hess in it. Everybody
Yeah,
knows I'm a big Hess believer. I believe in Hess.
oh yes, I love it. It's great. I still love the story of how he came in for the casting for Last House.
Yes, yes. All
He
right, I'm here,
yeah he
damn it.
came in with yeah he came in with his turtleneck and everything because he was trying to look bulked up, but he was just so hot because he'd been waiting in the car and the
Yeah.
traffic was bad, and he came in there so shitty. He just
Well,
exploded on everybody, and
he wasn't a real big guy. You know what I mean? So he wanted to look imposing, so he put on layers of sweaters in the middle of summer and right there in New York. Yeah, I guess it was like
yeah,
100 degrees. And here he is
they got
layered with these
stuck.
sweaters to make himself look bigger, full
Yeah,
sleeves
and
and
they got
everything. I bet, oh man, I bet. So
yeah
he came in there shitty.
yeah he got stuck in traffic or something for I think it was like 40 something minutes or something.
Yeah.
I do believe it was.
Um, Nanette's asking, she says, Drake, or are you talking about the original or the remake?
Of what?
The original or the remake of The Fly? She was
Oh, I'm
asking
talking
me
about
which one you're talking
the 19 I believe what year did that come out?
about. 58
Um
or so, I think. The
I was talking
original one
about
did.
Cronenberg.
Oh,
I was talking about
that's like
Cronenberg.
86.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, I was talking about that one. I was talking about the great remakes that have come out
Oh, dude.
that that really show great homage, but they don't just straight
Oh, yeah. The
commit crimes
1978,
against the originals. Yeah,
1978
that's
Invasion of the Body Snatchers, 86 The Fly, the
yes,
2000, I think, 12 Maniac. Of course, you got The Thing, but The Thing is like a complete, it's a complete
that's
reimagining.
a
So
reimagining. Yeah.
you really
Um,
can't call that a remake. Or
I
what if we
thought
get Sin City 3?
I thought the I think it was 2003, 2004, maybe. I can't remember the year spot on. I'm not great with years, guys. That's one of my favorites. But uh, the Invasion with Nicole Kidman, I thought was really good too.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Both
not
of
bad.
those, yeah, both of those were really good.
Mickey
I
Rourke's
actually
was
have
great.
that copy.
Um, there's a Now, are you a fan of the Hills Have Eyes or the Chainsaw Massacre remakes at all? I think
Not
Hills
as
Have Eyes
much.
is better than the Chainsaw.
Yeah, not so
Chainsaw is
much the
just so
Texas.
sacred to me, you know. The original Chainsaw is just
Yeah,
so sacred, you know.
the highest point of the remake Texas Chainsaw Massacre was Jessica Biel.
Right?
I, I am a very big Jessica Biel fan. Um,
Exactly,
but
Austin.
but
He says,
but
there
other
are the
than
times when the thing '82 was forgotten and not celebrated like it is now. There was a time.
there was a
Yep.
time.
Oh yeah, there was a
Wow,
time when
that
Carpenter's
is
The Thing was like it actually bombed at the box office, man. It bombed and it was shit on early on throughout the '80s.
a lot of our great classic movies bombed.
Yeah, it's
If I
true.
remember correctly, The Fog bombed too.
Well, yeah, I mean, like compared to Halloween and shit, yeah. like of all of Carpenter's originals, like say starting with Halloween, right? Halloween,
Yeah.
Fog, Escape from New York, and all those throughout those first three or four after Assault on Precinct 13, the Fog did the worst. I mean, Escape from New York, shit definitely did better.
Yeah, Halloween had a really rough start at first because
Hell yeah, dude.
he had to pay to show that movie. Usually theaters are paying you to show that movie. He had to pay theaters in small towns just to show it to begin with. And then
Oh,
it
during
just
its initial
blew
run.
up and then it just blew up all of a sudden. And he didn't even realize it did until everybody got a hold of him and was like, dude, like
Well,
it's
it was because of Roger Ebert and this other the Village Voice or whatever I do believe was the name of it. Gave it real big raving reviews, and that caused people to give it another chance. And next thing you know, it had like a nationwide release, and then that's
mm,
when it. Oh yeah, how Halloween 3 was shit on up until what, about 15-20 years ago.
yeah,
Until some of this cool.
probably up until Scream Factory released it, yeah. Then suddenly people love it. I've
Yeah,
always loved it. The first time
yeah,
I ever watched it.
yeah, yeah. I seen it in the theater, and the place was packed, but a lot of people left when they realized Michael Myers wasn't in it. I
Well,
stayed. I mean, I was a big Michael Myers fan too, but I still stuck around and watched it, and because it was a good show.
yeah. Um, yeah, yeah, the first time I ever watched it was with my grandmother, actually.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah, it's the first time. I have a lot of first movie viewings with grandma.
yeah. Well,
Seen a
she
lot
was
of
the one that got
movies.
me into horror to begin with.
Yeah, yeah, her and Uncle Curtis.
So yeah, it was just well, Curtis got me into the Universal monsters and the Hammer horror and stuff like that. That's what
Yeah,
he got me.
the giant
Mom,
mantises and everything. Yeah,
yeah, mom took me to the first like six Friday the 13th, and then after that I went with my friends with like 7 and 8, and of course eight was the last one that I seen at the theater. But I
yeah, I
seen
can't imagine why.
but I wouldn't see the first. Of course, I have a little more appreciation for the later Friday 13th than what you do. You're not big on any of those later ones. Now,
No, I like.
to me, the first three or four are great, and then I have come to appreciate five a lot more. Not just because of Deborah Voorhees' fucking tits, but just because you know what I mean. It does got some nasty kills in it, but it's still
Yeah.
chopped and put up. You know what I mean?
Um, my favorites are 1 through 4, 7, and X.
Right.
If I have those, I'm cool. If I end up with the others, I'm not gonna argue a bitch about it. But
Yeah.
uh,
X does deserve more appreciation for what it gets, just simply for the fun factor. You know what I mean?
oh, it's entertaining. My favorite scene of that entire movie is when he runs into the uh, into the dumb
Oh,
teenagers with the sleeping bags, and he starts swinging them against the tree.
yeah, that's
And the,
excellent. I said a malfunction for some reason. Mine just shut right off. Hang on a minute,
no,
yo. Hang on a minute. I'm having some kind of a meltdown here. My
oh
machine went
man,
stu- machine went stupid on me. Just hang on just a moment. I'll be right
would you
back
like
with you.
me to would you
Yeah.
like me to
Well,
pause
no.
it?
Well, no. Just tell me. Just
Where we are
just give
when
me
you
a time.
return?
Yeah. Just give me a timestamp here in a minute.
Okay, I will.
All
Dude,
right.
this up.
Where you at?
I am at. Let me look at it. Chat, help me. I'm at 15 minutes exactly.
Okay. Okay. Back up just a little bit. So you're right about here where she's
The bro's about to walk in on her painting.
okay. She just got done writing in that book or whatever, and she was in the bathroom, took her medicine or whatever.
We're at the orphanage.
Okay.
He's literally about to walk in on Esther painting.
Okay, okay. All right, all right. I'm getting there. They already had their conversation in the bedroom together and all that shit.
Yeah, our exact timestamp is 16 minutes.
Okay. I'm getting there. Either at the orphanage. All right, I'm at the orphanage. I'm catching up here. Already met the nun. Okay. Ed, he's in there where she's painting.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, they just shook hands. He's about to sit down.
Okay, okay.
We're now down with the Verifarm again, the nun again.
All right. I'm here. All right, cool. Hey, Rusty, what's going on? Our
Yeah,
timestamp, the link should be up there. Our timestamp is about 16 and a half minutes.
That's about accurate, yo. When you can, man, you really need to update. You've had those systems for a long time.
Yeah, I know. I need to get me a new all region, and now it's looking like I'm gonna have to get a new 4K.
That's your 4K?
Yeah, the 4K. The last few times, there's times where it'll just, I don't know.
Pop the top and alcohol it, dude.
Well, yeah, I know.
I probably do that to mine probably once every 2 months or so, just to make sure it's nice and spiffy.
11.
When
Well, Kurt plays a good Elvis. You know what I mean? Kurt Russell plays a great Elvis.
he did a great Elvis. That was great.
A lot of people don't know it, but Kurt Russell's the one that played Elvis in that scene in Forrest Gump. That's Kurt Russell.
Is it?
It is, yeah.
I never noticed. I
Yep.
never even noticed.
That's him.
Yeah, and I'm a huge Russell fan. I never even noticed that.
Yep.
I don't even have a copy of Forrest Gump no more.
I got that real nice one, man.
Yeah, no, it's awful.
But it's starting to come down to where I don't have anything to hardly, I don't have anything to play them on, anymore. All my machines and everything are just getting worn out, getting done. I don't think I've seen
Yeah.
that movie. Played Elvis impersonator in 3,000 Miles. Yeah, he's done Elvis several times. Of course, he did the Carpenter's Elvis movie too in '79. I
Yeah.
do believe. Which I think he did a great job. He's got it down, man. He really does.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, when you play that role so many times, you just eventually you just be like, "Hey, be Elvis," and you just click right into it.
Thoughts
Don't
on
even need.
Wyatt Russell? Oh, go ahead, man. I'll just read.
I mean, oh, you're fine. Yeah, I mean, you don't even got to rehearse anymore. You just know.
Right, right.
It's like, oh, I'm playing Elvis today.
Ninja
Elvis
says,
got to win. No.
what are your thoughts on Wyatt Russell and the possibility of him taking over the Snake Plissken role? That'd be interesting. I don't know a lot about Wyatt. I check a little more into that. But
Dude,
is that Kurt's son? Is Wyatt Russell Kurt's son? Does he look a lot like him, or I mean, does he come off like him, or does anybody
you
know?
could definitely tell he's his. Russell
What has he
cannot.
been?
I don't know, but I've seen him. He hasn't done anything really huge, I don't think. Like he's not
There's
taken.
Snake.
yeah, like he's not taking liberties, using his father as a stepping stone. He's doing it right. He's trying to work his way
Right.
in, which is really nice for the other actors and everything because because a lot of children of actors and actresses will use the liberties of their parents' stardom to, you know, push their authority
Right.
on and to get certain roles over other actors and actresses, and it's extremely unfair to them. It's almost like the wrestling business. Y- You got a son or a daughter or a wife or something of a top star, and now suddenly the child or that wife is just suddenly just thrown in the top, and they didn't even have to pay their due.
Yeah. Yeah.
That that kind of thing makes me sick because you got people that have been working for it for years and
Right.
years, and now suddenly they're on the back burner because the boss's son or daughter
Right.
or son-in-law wants to come and just start running shit, and
Yeah.
it's like, dude, I worked for that.
Yeah. And that says, I don't care who that person is, and obviously I don't know who it is, but nobody can replace Kurt Russell as Snake Plissken. And then Russell
Those are
says, one Rusty to another, hiya. And then it says, it's like my favorite movie. They're remaking it, and I don't want them to. The Lost Boys. They're remaking The Lost Boys? Wow.
Yeah, they are. That also makes me sick. I am sick of remakes. There's no originality anymore.
Right.
I
Also,
want to make my name as a director. Let's just remake an old classic movie and screw it up.
also says, I would do one more escape movie with Kurt, then they could just reboot it. But I'd rather just let it go. Yeah. 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 I'd rather they let it go too, man.
Hi, Kitty.
Ninja says he's Russell and Goldie's son. Wow. Falcon and Winter Soldier as Katna. Oh, that's who that is. That's okay. That's who. All right. Yeah. All right. Come to think of it, he does look like Kurt. Yep. Not really a fan of remakes. No. Let me see. Rusty says some kids can pop up in strange places, like Gary Busey's youngest son Luke popping up in Cobweb. Let's see. Can't remember the name of the movie. They did a movie together, and he played young Kurt Russell's character, and Kurt played the older version. Talk about Kurt Russell. Okay.
Hmm,
Goldie Hawn's son. Right, right. Lost Boys remake is a bad idea. Yes, it is. They're
very
supposed to
bad
release
idea.
Lost Boys this year, but because of the strike, they haven't yet, and I don't know when they're going to. I don't. Yeah, yeah. That's a bad
Oh,
idea. When's the
oh,
last time
I
they?
hope it.
Right. When is the last time they did a good remake? What was it? Maniac? You know what I mean? It's at least been a while.
I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of the Halloween remake, but Zombies was so original in the aspect. It's more of a
Right.
reimagining than a remake, but I think that was our last truly all right remake
Yeah.
slash reimagining. I think that was the last one, 2007. I think that was the last truly all right remake reimagining. They just they're all they're all the movies today are the same. They're all
Yeah.
the same. I could tell you what's going to happen before it even happens. All the movies are so cliche now.
Do you
Nobody
think?
is being.
Do you think that she would have went so much ape shit if like I mean I know the daughter accepts her and tries to play with her, but the son isn't exactly really nice to her. And I'm talking about Esther. Do you think she would have went ape shit quite as quickly if he would have accepted her a little bit more and included her? You know that's just a
Um,
question that I thought about.
she was with. I I did some
But the little
back
boy didn't
checking
like her from the
on.
beginning. You know what I mean? The little boy didn't like her from the beginning.
Yeah, well, that's because she was taking all the fiasco away from him. He's obviously
Right?
been the oldest kid for the longest time, and I can relate to this in some aspect, but I wasn't as much a douche about it. Um, the new child of the family, being as she's however old she is, or just newborn, suddenly that attention's not on you anymore all the time like it
That,
used
that
to be.
that's gonna
So
happen. Yeah.
now, so now that's a natural thing. But now you used to be the center of attention. Now you're not exactly put back here, but you're not the spotlight like you used to be. So it kind of makes you
Mhm.
feel a little jealous
Yeah, right.
that hey, this kid just came in, blah blah, and they're taking my shine, man. It's like,
Right.
damn, I've
But
been the focus, and it's something to get used to.
yeah, now, I
Um,
know.
yeah,
I know that she probably had planned on taking over the whole thing, from day one. But do you think she
yeah.
would have, like I said, do you think she would have tried to at least fit in a little bit better and tried to make
Um,
things, if she'd have been accepted a little bit better by the little boy? Because she's
I
an
think
adult, right? So obviously she didn't want to play games with him all that much to begin with. She's an adult, right?
n- no. I think that she would have fit in until they realized she wasn't growing anymore.
Right,
Suddenly, she's supposedly 15, 16 years old now, and she hasn't grown or her looks have not changed.
right,
She's still the height she was, and they would want to start doing tests and everything to see what's going on. If she got some sort of dwarfism thing going on or something, they would want to check that. And then that's when I do believe she would end up doing what she did anyway,
yeah,
is when they wanted to start doing all that. That's when she'd be like, oh, okay, I need to put a roll on things.
yeah.
And then she would have done what she usually does anyway.
The whole aspect of her being an adult makes this 10 times more creepy, man. You know what I mean? It really does, especially when she
Yeah,
starts acting like an adult. And at this point, she
yeah.
was far from an adult, and she does a really good job of it too.
Oh, she does a great job. Um, yeah, when that came out in the movie, I didn't see it coming. Of course, the first time I watched this movie, I was uh, uh, 10, 12, 13. Well, not quite 13, but I was somewhere between 10 and 12, and
Yeah,
that was like a punch to the gut. I was like, wow,
yeah, because I thought it was just another creepy kid movie. You know what I mean? And it turns out this is
yeah,
not a kid movie.
no.
I mean, it kind of fits in that category in a way until you realize that she's not a creepy kid.
Apologies for the people that haven't seen it, which I'm sure most of us have.
I think that people were expecting the same thing over again in the sequel, and they didn't get it. I won't say exactly what they got to those who haven't seen it, but what you get is something completely different than this.
Yeah, that was interesting. That was that was a very, very cool, unexpected twist.
Oh, it's fantastic, and it it,
Oh,
it made it made me like the sequel more than the original. Yeah,
I put a
Ninja's
lot
talking about
equal.
the remake of The Crow. Have you seen a remake of The Crow yet?
I'm not going to.
Yeah, I wouldn't figure, but it
I'm
has
not going to watch anything.
its reviews are they're not the worst, but they're not the best either. People just the idea that I get from it is it just did capture it. You know what I mean? And I knew it would. You're not going to.
I honestly, I'm sure this is a little extremist, but I honestly see it as a spit in the face of the legacy of Lee.
Yeah,
I don't think that movie should be touched for respect reasons. I think people should leave it alone. I understand people love it; they got a great passion for that movie, but leave the passion for that movie. Don't try to
yeah,
recapture what was already captured.
yeah.
Um,
You know how I am.
remake,
I'm not a huge. I mean, The Crow's all right, but I'm not a huge fan of The Crow anyway. It's okay. It's just not really my thing.
Yeah.
You see,
Um.
Rusty says the 4K Blu-ray set of The Crow. Oh, like the look of the film.
Oh, I would love to get a hold of that limited edition steelbook they put out.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that
yeah.
is a beautiful steelbook of the
So
original
that's
Crow.
so the remake's got a good look to it then Rusty. Rusty's saying that he likes the look of it. I think he's talking about the remake.
Yeah,
I have not seen it at all yet. I have no idea.
I I saw a preview for it on one of the newer movies that came out, and I saw it. It looked interesting. Um, the makeup job was really good for him. Um, but I just can't I can't watch it. I probably never will, simply for my love of the original and my respect to Brandon Lee. I don't want to see it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, each person has their own outlook on it. It's there for those who want to and those who don't want to. Ninja says, I don't think it's out of disrespect to Brandon Lee. Otherwise, they would have made sequels before the remake. Well, I mean,
They
I mean,
they
there is
made
sequels. Isn't there?
they made 3 sequels to the
He said the
original.
movie itself. He said the movie itself is dull, lifeless, and has no soul. That's what he says about the remake.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, just no.
yeah.
Oh,
And
I
at least it wasn't shot for shot.
yeah. At
Welcome,
least they
Sandy
were
Boy.
original about it. Um, I am interested. I know this is going to spoil it for some people. Did they please tell me they did not include that bedroom scene at least?
Couldn't tell you.
For those
Um,
that watched it in the chat, I at least want to know, those of you that have seen it, did they include the infamous bedroom scene?
Ninja says Bill is great. Bill Skarsgård. Bill Skarsgård does do a really good job in everything I've seen him. This is no
Oh,
doubt. No,
Skarsgård is wonderful.
he says he was the highlight of the movie. Well, I expected that, and from the trailer, I could tell that the look is pretty good. Um, Rusty says no, they did not.
All right. Well, see that that helps ease my mind on it a little.
I
At
love
least
when
they
they.
had.
I, sorry, I was just thinking of Orphan. I love when they do this shit where only one of the two people, like one is completely clueless and completely snow jobbed, while the other one is seeing little by little what's going on. So you
Yeah,
got everybody but the husband seeing what's up. Of course, the boy is one of the last ones to see because he just gets struck, frightened of her
yeah.
because she gets fucked
And
with and it's unnecessary.
well, the brother just bullied her in the middle of school,
Always, yeah.
and now
Then
she's
you get
got
this
this
little
little.
boy.
Yeah, she's got
Yeah,
this little heifer over here.
yeah. Now,
Um,
see,
actually,
that I always found that a little unrealistic because I guess because I've never seen anyone get bullied that hard before. I've never
I
seen anything like that.
all right. Those of you that remember my old channel, I'm not going to go too deep into this, but you know how I am. I I
How
have I have seen bullying get somewhat to this extreme. I have.
that just
I have
never
seen it.
happened in front of me. Nothing like that ever
I
happened in front of me where I can see it.
I have seen it. A small bit of history on me. I had a best friend in high school that uh, ended up losing to bullying,
Yeah, yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember.
and I used to have to stick up for her every day, and I was the only person there.
Yeah,
and I was told this on several occasions by this person, and the bullying that she went through would be that bad and worse.
Right. Wow. See, I've just never personally seen that. Yeah, yeah, Austin. I heard something about Stu Macher being now. That would be the one thing that would get me interested in Scream 7. That's about the only thing that would is if Stu is in it. That would make
Yeah,
it cool
yeah, I saw.
because
Yeah, I saw
that's
little
my
things
favorite
about.
character in the whole franchise. That's my favorite character. That and her cousin from Part 4, her crazy ass cousin from Part 4,
Yeah,
the chick that runs her own
it,
face into the walls and shit.
yeah, yeah. It is a shame that we lost Hayden in 4, because she would have been a great comeback.
Well, no, she was in the last one, but her character is completely different now. She's playing the same character, but she don't act the same.
Well,
She's totally different than she was.
they probably tried to work the trauma aspect into it. You know, the trauma
CG,
she went through. She went through this, blah blah.
he would be CGI. That would be fucked up. That sounds like our real last name, Schumacher. Hey, Schumacher's back. Schumacher,
I love Schmucker.
Schumacher,
Um,
look at Schumacher.
I
Kirby
love.
is in 6, but she's an FBI agent. Yeah, she's completely different, Austin. She was cute and playful. And she was one of those hot ass cool sexy horror nerds, and she was bad as fucking. I loved her character in Part 4. You see, yeah they did do it with Billy Lewis in 6. Yeah they CGI'd him up in there, or 5. Yeah, it was one of them. To me, 5, 6, it's hard for me to tell the
Um, I'm not really huge on the later ones, but I did like 4 and 5.
I liked 1, 2's all right, and I liked 4, and then I really didn't get into it after that. Yeah,
Well,
they do just suck, man. But Stu,
um,
if you could still throw Stu back in there, that would make it interesting. I would definitely check it out.
oh, we're talking about the Scream still. Oh, I
Yeah,
thought we
yeah.
switched. Oh, I thought we were talking about Halloween. You talked about Loomis and CGI.
Oh no,
As
no,
far
I'm
as
talking about
um,
Billy Loomis,
oh, my
the
fault.
the original killer.
Oh, my fault. Um, as far as
Goonies start
those
getting
go, I
blood
like.
in the kitchen.
Oh, most definitely.
Hmm.
They're they're doing the deed.
You
Um,
see, Russell says never seen the Scream films and don't care to. All right.
um, I like 1, 2, and 4.
Yeah, yeah.
As far as the Scream movies go, those are the only ones I really care for, and
Right.
I wasn't really big into 4 at first. It took me a couple watches to actually appreciate it. It wasn't one of those immediate, I fall in love with this movie. It ended up being one of those that grew with watch.
See, it immediately makes you wonder why she's so interested in her sex life. You know what I mean? Why she didn't seem one bit shocked. She didn't seem one bit like it makes you wonder if her past places she's been. Does it ever explain if her being adult and all if she was sexually active or what? It never really talks about that. She does know
Uh,
about it. She does seem to know.
I think she might have, but she probably ran into a lot of men that
I would imagine.
couldn't, that just couldn't because she was too,
Right.
because she's not built woman,
You
she
imagine the
is built.
perverts she ran into with her looking like a little
Yeah,
girl.
yeah. I was really trying not to go there, but definitely,
There-
I'm sure she
There's a
definitely
lot.
found
Yeah.
some of those. I'm sure she found a lot of those that
Yeah.
really was into that. I have very strong feelings about that particular shit too. I don't like to go into that stuff on the tube.
But
I
I'm
can
just
go
saying,
on.
character wise,
Yeah.
I bet she ran into that. You know what I mean? I guarantee you.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure. Yeah, I try not to go on long rants on Dad's channel.
I wonder.
I save that for
I,
mine.
I wonder if they'll ever explore that. I wonder if they'll ever explore that side of it. The fact that she's an adult but looks like a little girl and her past families. I wonder if it'll talk about any of that. That would be controversial. That would definitely be a controversial route to go.
It would be dangerous
Yeah,
for
yeah.
a filmmaking point of view and production
It would.
and everything. That would be a nightmare to them because they would have to
Absolutely.
place a fine line on that of doing it tactfully, but doing it enough to be realistic
Right.
at the same time. It would
With
be
her
very
being an
hard.
adult now, they might be able to get away with, you know what I mean, somewhat with her being an adult now.
Yeah, they
That
might be able to get
that
away with
that, that would be
some
controversial
scenes.
though.
That would
That'd
be.
be hard.
They might have thought about it for a second one at first, and then everybody was like, "I don't know about that, bro."
Yeah. Yeah. Now these are the parts coming up right here that really put me in mind of films like The Good Son and shit. Is shit like this, like when the kids are playing and she hurts them and shit.
Yeah. Um,
Let's see. The
on a
Holocaust.
different
Yeah.
note, I did end up picking up Romulus. I'm actually going to give it a shot.
Oh yeah. It's not bad, man. I happen to love Kaylee Spaney, which is the main girl in it. She's really
Yeah.
good. She's also in that new movie Civil War. If you haven't seen Civil War, definitely check that out too.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find it. I also picked up the first Omen too.
Kaylee Spaney, she's a very good young new little actress, man. She's good in it.
Right on.
It's Romulus. Yeah, he's right. Ninja's right. Romulus is overhyped, but it is better than like say Alien Resurrection and the second Alien versus Predator and like that. It's miles above those.
I actually have kind of a guilty love for Alien versus Predator Requiem.
Now I will give Alien Resurrection credit on one thing. I did like the scenes where the aliens were swimming. You know when they were underwater swimming. I thought that was
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah. That was a nice little aspect because you never really seen them mess with water much.
Yeah, it was cool how they
So
could
that
swim.
was, yeah, yeah, that was definitely a cool little. For some
Civil War's
reason, that jump.
not bad. I'd recommend give it Civil War a watch. Kaylee Spaney, if she plays her cards right, she's going to end up doing quite a bit. But when you watch Romulus, she's the main girl in it. She's a girl with shorter hair. You'll like her. You'll recognize her.
Oh, okay.
She's the main girl. Oh
It,
God, dang, broken leg.
oh,
She just
oh no!
nonchalantly does it and then just walks away. She said, "Fuck it."
He's like,
She says, I don't know if I would like to see Stu return. The only way I'd like it is if they do it right. But Kevin Williamson is director, so it should be done right if he comes back. And Rusty says, Alien Requiem was two dark films. Yeah, needed a bit more light. I still like it. Okay. Alien vs. Predator OG just rocks. Now, there's one part in Alien Requiem that is fucking hilarious. It's when the guys are fucking with that one dude. He brings the pizza, and the dude talks some shit, and he says, "Well, at least now I know who ordered the sausage lover." I was like, "That was quick. That was quick.
that
He's
was
quick.
quick.
You got to give him credit."
Yeah,
Of
my
course, after
brothers.
that, they took his keys and threw him in the drain. But other than that, he still he made him look stupid as fuck because he was kind of like that part in Happy Gilmore when he's like, "I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast," And Adam Sandler says,
You
"You eat pieces
eat
of shit
shit
for
for
breakfast,"
breakfast?
and he goes, "No,
No, no.
no, yeah, that's
That
Christopher McDonald, man. Christopher McDonald
yeah,
was great.
yeah.
Shooter,
Adam Sandler wasn't even supposed to say that. That
really?
reaction of the no was purely real. He caught him off guard with that.
That's quick, man.
Yeah,
I love quick humor like that. I love that shit,
yeah. He was
especially when you
supposed
go
to
to
play it off. Yeah. Sandler was supposed to play that off a little differently, not quite like that. I seen the script for it in a documentary. He was supposed to play it off a little differently. He wasn't really supposed to say anything, but Sandler popped that out, and I guess the entire crew lost it.
it was funny. It was perfect.
It was it
I
was
think Christopher McDonald about lost it because he's a pretty funny guy too, man. Shit, he's been in about everything. I keep
yeah.
he passed, didn't he? Didn't Christopher McDonald die? I think he did.
I want to say
Here
yes.
last couple of years.
Yeah, I want to say
He
I want to say he did.
Boardwalk Empire also for a minute. I want to hold on. Here's I guess they're making Happy Gilmore 2 and the OG cast is returning. Now it's Chris. Now that brings me back to my question I just asked: is the one that played Shooter McGavin? Didn't he die? Christopher McDonald? Didn't he die?
I want to say yes. I swear he did.
I was thinking he did. Here, hear me type it up real quick. Let me find out because I could have swore I seen where he died. Hold on.
Yeah, yeah. I want to say he did.
I'm pretty sure that's his name. Yep, that's him. American actor. Nope, he's still alive. He's 69 years old. He's still alive.
Oh, oh,
Oh, it's said. Nope, he's still kicking. Norm Macdonald. Okay, I'm not sure who Norm Macdonald is. Great to see the Chris. Yeah, here it is. Here they are face to face, 2025. Happy holiday season. And I think it's talking about Happy Gilmore. Boy, Adam Sandler's aged, hadn't he?
yeah, definitely.
Christopher McDonald was born. Christopher McDonald's getting ready to have his 70th birthday on the 15th. He will turn 70. He was born February 15th, 1955.
Well, come here.
Damn. I remember him all
Hi.
the way back to the Breaking movie. Remember he was in the first Breaking movie.
Yeah, I love that. What are you doing,
He
man?
plays he plays such a good ass. He really does.
Yeah, I have a visitor.
Oh, you got Kid Kat?
Yeah, Kika, come say hello.
I just love actors that were born to play assholes, man. There's just certain
Oh,
ones that are just they were put on this earth just to be dicks, you know?
yeah, yeah. They do it
Look at
so
her
well.
piano. She playing this piano like goddamn fucking Beethoven or something. Look at her, she's like, what the fuck? How'd you learn how to play that?
Oh, wait, you?
I like earlier when she's explaining to him, she's like, honey, what me and him were doing, and she's like, yeah, I know you were fucking. And she's like,
It's like, yeah,
okay,
yeah. It's like I know you fuck.
yeah. And she goes and tells him, she said she been straight up said we were fucking.
Yeah, and it's like
Where the hell she
it's
learned
not
to
just
talk like that?
yeah. It's like yeah. It's not just something she just heard. Like she knew what it meant.
Yeah, you were fucking. So what? You know, she wasn't even shocked. She's like, yeah, you're fucking, man.
It's like so.
She's trying to explain it to her like she was a tiny little girl. What they don't realize is she's fucking older than they are,
Yeah,
or at least just as old. You know,
yeah.
it's like, damn, our child is older than us, honey. She said we was fucking. Y'all were scrogging.
Y'all was getting down with the nasty, y'all.
I see when you had your head underneath the covers blowing him too. That was pretty exciting. I liked that too, mommy.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? It's like, who
I,
are you? Are you
I,
possessed?
I could literally hear her saying that in her little Romanian accent too. It's like I saw you blowing him.
I remember
It
first
looked
time I ever
pretty
seen
cool,
that. She
mommy.
said, "Yeah, you were fucking." I was like, "Whoa!" The girl just
Yeah, that
it
blew me.
blew my mind. Of course, this was prior to me knowing she's 40 years old or some
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That blew my mind too. It's like, yeah, I know you were fucking.
I'm surprised she didn't talk about the head job yet. Now, like she wants to teach her something or something. It's like, now, did you make sure that you went around in circles? It's like, what do you mean? Oh, mommy, you got to do it right. And it's like, smack, kick, punch.
Smack, kick, punch, elbow, headbutt. She ended up
That
crisping
was
Waller with
she's
headbutt.
fucked up, man. Think think about how she feels later when she finds out she's an adult. She's had this adult little person in her house the whole time, watching her blow her husband and shit, wanting to blow her husband. You know what I mean? That's scary as
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah.
Like say I adopted a little boy that's supposed to be like 10 or 12. Couldn't have find out that boy's 35. And the whole time he's been peeking in on me and my fiance and shit.
Yeah,
Thinking about
yeah.
what he would have done to her. You know what I mean? Oh my God, somebody be fighting.
Somebody be fighting. We're gonna be
So
fighting, lad.
that's kind of the way I put myself in her situation, because think about what she
Yeah,
goes through when she finds out this is an adult woman
yeah.
that's wanted her husband the whole time.
That would. I can't even imagine my response to that.
She's wanted her man this whole time.
Yeah, from the time that he walked in on her painting, she fell in love with him immediately. And it's just
Hey
like,
Chris, what's going on, man? What's up, brother? Chris
yeah,
C in
just
the
like,
house. What's going on?
yeah, it's just
Chris,
like,
this is my
uh,
this is my this is my oldest son. This is Chris.
how
Me,
about,
me and him's done tons of shit together, man. We do a lot of slasher
uh,
films and a lot of shit together.
I know
Good,
they're
good,
really
good
awesome,
time, man.
entertaining.
Really good guy.
Oh yeah, they're very awesome, entertaining streams, man. I like
I don't know if you ever joined any of the chats of mine and Chris's shows. It seems like you did once
them.
or twice.
Yeah, I step in when the data allows me. Sometimes I'll be at the store and it'll connect, and I'll click in real quick and be like, oh, look, free.
But you gotta get them to get some fucking internet or something, man. I mean, geez,
Uh, they are
y'all be
currently dealing.
y'all, y'all be living like the Beverly Hillbillies and shit. Tell your mama, I said get some internet.
Well, that half
She
my
she she'll
family
give up
do
what I
it.
say.
But no,
She doesn't care what she doesn't care what I say in a long time.
I think she cares more now than she did before.
Right, but still, my opinion is not high up on her meter.
No,
She was like, well, time to pay for it and we'll get it.
exactly, exactly. She's like, well, if you'll pay for it, then get it for us, and then you can be able to stream it whenever you want.
Right. Tell your daddy if it means that much for him to pay for this shit, and we'll have it. Other than that, tell him to kiss my ass.
Yeah, that's
Ooh, cool.
exactly how.
Chris got Rumpelstiltskin and Murder Obsession today. Very cool. I need to get that
Uh,
Rumpelstiltskin, man. I need to get that. That one's big on the nostalgia meter for me. Holy shit, she's got a fucking dirty hairy gun. A snub nose version.
let's see here. What is that? Is that a 38 or a 357?
That looks like a 357 to me. That looks like a Smith and Wesson.
Yeah, the
That's
hole
a
in the
Smith and
front's too
Wesson.
big to be a 38. That's a 357.
That's not a 38.
That is definitely not a 38.
That's
I've
hell
seen
yeah.
and
That's
held
way bigger and
38.
heavier.
That is not. Yeah, that is not a 38. Her little ass would go to shoot that
That's
and end
just
up
a
halfway
snub
across
nose.
the room. Yeah,
That's a snub nose Magnum. That is.
I'm sorry. If I
The
had a
fucker blows.
357, the barrel on it would be this big.
Yeah.
I would not screw around. I would end up with a dirty, hairy 357. I ain't playing.
Right, right.
When I go to shoot
Nope,
you
some
from
stuff
down the
is cool.
street, I want it to be accurate.
Uh,
I
oh,
would throw a
Austin,
scope.
I love Orbit, man. I prefer Orbit over Diabolic simply because Orbit shit is in more often. Uh, problem with Diabolic is they're good, but their shit's always out of stock. Orbit shit's in
Yeah.
stock a lot more.
Oh,
See what I know. Harry Callahan's. Oh yeah.
that poor child just pissed shit and puked all over herself.
It's a good thing this woman was paying attention, or she would. Oh man, she would have been creamed.
She did not look
This little
up
girl
until the
does a great
last second.
job.
She was digging for something.
Oh,
She was digging for something. And it was just like, wow.
it just makes you. She's just like a psychopath. It's like she doesn't have to do half this shit. She just likes it. It's like, what
Yeah.
are you telling me shit for? You try to shove me out in front of the car, you crazy bitch.
He tells her to stop crying. Like,
Dang,
motherfucker, I
yeah.
about got
What the?
creamed. And it's like, I about got
Uh,
creamed by a car. What the hell are you talking about?
hammered this poor nice woman.
Ah, she's a genuinely nice woman, too. She was one of the true Christian people.
Well, her mistake was she realized something wrong.
Yeah, if she just would have kept her face out of business, I think she'd been fine.
Yeah, Dirty Harry is getting a 4K. That is very cool. I'm looking
Oh,
forward to
that is
Magnum
nice.
Force and
Yeah,
all that.
yeah, yeah.
Magnum Force is, of course, my favorite. I love the original. I like Magnum Force even.
I think mine might have to be the Deadpool.
Really? Hmm.
Yeah, I really love the Deadpool.
Well, yeah. I mean, they all have they all have their good qualities.
Yeah, my
But
top three has to be Deadpool, Magnum Force, then Dirty Harry.
huh,
And then following that, it's just a crapshoot. One day I like the Enforcer better. The other day I like Sudden Impact better.
right.
Whatever.
Well, Sudden Impact and Enforcer are both really cool. You know,
Oh,
Sudden Impact, you got Sandra Locke in it. And remember, it's about her and her sister that got assaulted by those people, and then
yeah,
in the Enforcer is the one that takes the end takes place at Alcatraz.
yeah. That's good stuff.
But the original one was basically based on the Zodiac killer story. That's why old dudes,
Hmm.
except for
Hmm.
like a sniper form. And
Hmm.
then, of course, you got Magnum Force. It's got a lot of people before they was ever even stars. David Soul, Tim Matheson, and they're all
Hmm.
those dirty cops. It's got Hal Holbrook playing the head cop in charge, even above Dirty Harry, and he's the head over all of it. They decided to seek justice by themselves, cop that. And they try to bring Harry
Hmm.
in, and Harry. I mean, they're even too corrupt for Harry.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Gauntlet's good too, man. Sure. One.
I don't remember that one very well.
What? Magnum Force?
No, Gauntlet.
Oh, the Gauntlet. Yeah, that was one of his first
Yeah.
ones with Sandra Locke. That was him and Sandra Locke first hooked up. Like, I understood that he loved her, was into her and shit, but
Hmm.
but don't get me wrong, I absolutely adore Every Which Way But Loose. It's my favorite Eastwood movie, always has been. Can't help it. It's nostalgia to me. Uh, but to put her in there singing like that was just a crime, man. That bitch
Oh
couldn't carry
my
the tune in a
God,
bucket. There's one too many lovers in your life.
she she is so tone deaf. She couldn't carry a tune in a room full of toads.
Lynn Halsey Taylor.
Lynn Halsey Taylor.
Bill Tillis. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, I love that. Those guys are
Biker
such dweebs.
Biker Gang's great. I,
They are
I I
definitely.
I like it when they're sitting in that diner and he comes and poses and he says, "Do you see this?" And he says, "An arm." And he says, "No, this." And he goes, "A tattoo."
An arm? He's like, no, this. It's like, tattoo.
He don't know
He's like,
what this means.
you ain't worried about it. Oh, dude,
You know that
that's
more
gotta be
people
nice.
die by black widow bites than rattler bites every year. He's like, is that right? He said, well, I have most people that's good to know because most people I know just step on them and squish them.
Yeah, that's great stuff.
Uh, Play mystery for me is fantastic. Absolutely, it is. Absolutely.
Man, how would you feel about
Perfect
what
choice,
just
Drake
happened
too.
there?
Um,
About the whole
no,
Stanley knife incident?
well, I don't know, but this is when they start to turn on her. This is when I start to get pissed about this fucking movie. This is when it starts to really irk me because you got the psychologist and her husband and everything turning on her. They start to accuse her of drinking again. They start to accuse her of being jealous, and it's like, motherfuckers, open up your
Uh,
eyes.
yeah, I cannot stand a psychologist, dude. She is such a goody two twos, pony, do good, and
Yeah, I do. I do believe we're supposed to hate her. You know what I mean? We're supposed
I
to
think
dislike the
so
woman.
because
I
she
do.
plays your typical just child psychologist that thinks she knows better than
Right.
everybody involved that's been involved in her life for the past 13 years. This
I'm not.
psychologist thinks she knows.
I'm not sure if I think we're supposed to be kind of. I think we're supposed to kind of understand where he's coming from a little better than what we do. Now, me personally, I end up disliking him a lot, but I think we're supposed to
Yeah,
understand his point of view a little better than what we do.
uh, I mean, yeah, she
It,
went
it
into a
doesn't work.
very bad depression. She went into a very bad depression, drank heavily, and that is why Max is about half to three-fourths the way deaf, is because she about drowned in that pond in the backyard.
Yeah,
And
we're
that
supposed
was
to understand
caused,
where he's coming from, but I
yeah,
think
and
it's done to the point to where we dislike him, though.
yeah, it's definitely overdone. I
Yeah,
don't know if the director meant to do it like that, make you
because he
feel
comes
for
off.
her.
Yeah, because he comes off like a non-supportive husband. You know what I mean? He doesn't support
Very
her at
much,
all.
very much, yeah. And she says right here in the car, "Thanks for your support back here." And he's like, "Well, that was your idea." And it's like,
Yeah.
motherfucker,
So I'm not sure exactly what they had in mind, whether we were where exactly we're supposed to stand here. But where I stand is
I'm
she's not
I'm with
getting any
her.
support or understanding at all.
Yeah, and his mom teams up against her too, and it's like, damn, dude,
Yeah, is everyone is
because
against her just because at one time she had a drinking problem.
yeah,
Big
and
deal.
that caused Meg to go partially deaf because she almost drowned in a pond.
So
It's
that means
like
you're never supposed to believe in her again. Why in the hell's he even with her then? If he's
it
not gonna believe in her and give her
yeah,
even at least the benefit of the doubt.
yeah, it's like, dude, that was like 6 years ago. You're still gonna hold that on me, dude? Really,
That's your
bro?
wife, dude.
Yeah, you're supposed to be throwing me through thick and thin and believe in me. I mean, I know shit happens, but you really
Right,
gotta
right.
hold that
That's
as an
what I look at it,
albatross
dude.
over my head for the rest of my life.
That's what I look at it. Regardless, you must give her the benefit of the doubt. Period.
Yeah, especially when you
Eventually,
don't even know this kid.
yeah, they've had the kid a month or less, and he's
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And he doesn't realize until it starts getting way too late that whoa, okay, this she don't even want to be my daughter. She wants to be my fucking girlfriend.
yeah, yeah. It's like, well, none of this was happening when that girl wasn't here. Now that she's here, suddenly there's all the kid's legs are getting broke,
That's
and
common sense.
nuns
That's
are
yeah,
nuns are perishing, and it's like,
that's
really,
what common sense
guys?
would tell you. But he doesn't have any because he gets all emotionally fucked up because his whole family, his whole life's going down the drain. He thinks his
Yeah,
wife went back to drinking, so he's confused. So what it shows is their relationship is not nearly as strong as they make it out to be. Like they had no
Right.
business adopting a child.
Zero.
You know,
Zero.
that's
And
what I get.
and honestly, I think he had a bit of a jealousy problem too, or she did in the beginning, because she always wants to be with daddy. She always wants to hang out with daddy. And she's like,
Well,
what about me, bro?
it
Like,
shows he never actually forgave her.
hmm
He never actually forgave his wife.
no,
He actually blames her.
yes,
It makes it obvious. He obviously blames her for losing the child, for everything.
yeah,
Secretly, he does.
yeah, and secretly he thinks that she's probably still drinking anyway,
Hmm
and she's just hiding it.
he doesn't trust her, so they do not have a strong marriage at all. And she uncovers that so easily
Yeah, um, yeah.
because of his lack of faith.
These two here look like a Rocky Mares that is at the end, and they tried to bring a child in to fix it.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like they thought a new child was going to fix
yeah.
things. But when you're at a rocky point like that, do you really want to add another element when you already got problems to begin with?
Well, I mean, she's still dealing with what's happened, but she's moved on with it really well. She's actually strong in the relationship. It's him that's the problem.
Yeah,
You know, if the
yeah,
roles
even
were reversed here, she would give him the benefit of the doubt. I have no doubt at all.
oh yeah, definitely, definitely. She'd be like, okay, we can check this out. We can look into this.
But he still holds everything against her. He still blames her, and he doesn't trust her, and which makes it
Right.
so easy for her to step in there and control everything and just rip it apart
hmm
at the seams.
hmm
He has no sympathy for her, like when she clips the roses. He's like, "Oh, well, she didn't know." Bull fucking shit, dude.
It's like,
Come
bro,
on, man.
you know that I took her in there and showed her those. We talked about it, which we didn't see that happen. But I guarantee you,
Right.
she talked to him about it first and thought, hey, do you think this is a good idea? Blah, blah, blah. It's like,
Right.
dude, you know that we talked about this. I told her about this. We talked
Yeah.
about it in the kitchen about how she opened up and everything and cried and hugged me and everything. And I felt we were making a connection.
Yeah.
She knew what that meant to me.
You should. It just shows that you should never try to have another child, or try to adopt another child, or whatever to try to fix something if there's a problem. It has to be fixed internally from the inside first before you can add to your family. Fix your shit. You know.
Yeah, yeah,
Nin-
exactly.
Ninja
You
says
can't,
these people live in a world where common sense don't exist. Very true.
to fact, love him or hate him, he's spitting the straight fact.
Yeah, I'm not sure how we're supposed to feel about him, but I end up disliking the guy quite a lot because he has no faith in his wife and doesn't even give her a chance.
Yeah, zero chance.
I think we're supposed to be more understanding of him, but I find it very hard.
Very hard. He's a dick.
Yeah,
We're just going to put it
he,
bluntly. He is a dick.
it's crazy how easily she uncovers how unstable the relationship really is. She uncovers
Yeah.
that in a second.
Oh, yeah.
She can see
Like,
it because she's not a kid, you know. She's seen that shit within the first couple of days.
yeah, she was like, problems. I can use this.
Right,
So,
exactly.
I can use this to my advantage. I got this. This will be fun.
Yeah, yeah. When is your next review, Ninja?
Uh,
What you got coming up for us, man? Great friend. By the way, you weren't on the stream yesterday when we first started streaming, but I personally live thanked you for advertising my channel and giving me that push for 1,000. Thank you very much, man. I much appreciate you, brother. Um, Ninja and like I said, Garrett from Born to Be Rad both did that for me, and it's very much appreciated. Much love to you guys. Friday, Franchise Friday, very cool, very cool. Everybody check out Ninja's Franchise Friday for sure. Here we get a timestamp on the film here. Yeah, we're almost exactly an hour and 10 minutes in. Here they are. Here's the rose scene. Oh my God, she just shit.
Oh yeah. You could. This is where she shows her acting because you can feel her
Yeah,
pain.
yeah.
Like
Now
like
you could argue that she overreacts here with these roses because maybe the
she
little girl doesn't understand that she did something
yeah
wrong,
yeah her
but at the
reaction was a
same time,
little much, but you also got to put yourself into her emotional response mentally too, though.
oh, that's totally cool, Nanette. No biggie,
But
no biggie.
also, I do
Appreciate it.
believe she did overreact a little. Those roses will grow back. Roses
Yeah,
grow
yeah.
back. When you clip them, it might take a couple years, but you can
She's
see
just
the
not over
plan.
the loss. She's not over the
No,
loss, and I
no,
totally
they.
get that. I totally having the fact that that your sister died. Your big sister passed away when she was quite 3. I
Mhm.
get where she's coming from. That is the most unnatural thing in the world for you to lose your child. It's just not the way
Yeah,
things are supposed to, you know. So
yeah.
I get it, but at the same time, yeah, that's true. Let me see.
Um, I know
I
she's
know what
going to
it
great.
is, but you deserve it. You should get 1K and more. Yeah, I would have passed it a long time ago, but certain things go on, certain things happen here and there. And, oh well, no
Oh, I
biggie.
hate
I,
these.
I made a strong badass comeback, and you know what I mean. And that's all that matters, man.
If you were in her situation, could you do this?
Break my own arm? No, that is just horrible. That just shows you how crazy she really is. Anybody that can
Oh,
do
yeah,
this, and she does it just to set her up. That's It's smart, yes, but it's also fucking diabolical and insane.
yeah. It's like, oh my god. I remember seeing that scene. I was like, after I
Yeah.
seen this,
Anybody
yeah,
that
right.
could do that, you
Yeah.
now about dedicated.
Um,
Oh my
not
god,
to
man.
sound, not to
She
sound
almost
unstable.
compounded it, dude. She almost
Yeah,
compounded it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Not to sound unstable or anything, but I actually, when mom and I, after we had watched this, it was over for a weekend. After we had watched this, we went to go visit my grandmother and grandfather, and they have one of those. I actually halfway did that just to see what it actually felt like.
You put your arm in the vise.
Yeah, I put my arm in the vise and tightened it a little, and when the bones started
Oh,
moving, I was like, "Ah, yeah, no." I was like, "No."
ow, yeah, ow. Get
Yeah, I
shit.
said, yeah, I sat there. I was like,
You, d-
and the
you,
bones
you, did,
started coming in, and I was like, "Ah, yeah, no, I don't know how she did that. No,
you dip shit. Of course it hurt. Jesus Christ.
I just wanted to see what it was all about. I wanted
Well,
to
you
see,
found out really quickly.
I wanted to see how much self discipline and just craziness it would take to actually do that. No, I really
Stupidity.
would have been like, I really would have been upset if I accidentally actually did it
Oh,
by
yeah, me
accident.
too. I'd have kicked your ass, man. I'd broke the other one. God damn. Now, see,
Yeah,
this is what happens when somebody's trying hard and they've been through a lot and you don't believe in them and you're accusing them of shit they're not doing. It just makes them want to do it.
yup. Yeah, it's like, oh, you think I'm doing it? All right, well, fine. Just think I'm doing it anyway.
Yeah. She's so broken because the only people she has is
Or,
falling apart. The only person she has that she had to believe in her doesn't.
yeah,
Is
now
believing
it does not.
somebody who's been there for a couple weeks.
Yeah, I think
She
at
called
this
herself.
point, I think at this point she'd been there for say maybe a couple months. I think we might have jumped in
Oh,
time a little
yeah.
because there are things going on here that have happened and everything, and the way that they're not acting like she's still new to the
Right.
house anymore.
Yeah.
They're
That's
acting
true.
like she's been there for, at least a few months. Like at
The,
max, 3 months.
the honeymoon period has come and gone. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Now she's just like one or the other. You know.
Is the little
Now
boy
she's like,
afraid of her yet?
oh yeah, she just tried to. Yeah, she just
Right.
threatened to
Right.
cut his Johnson,
Right.
man.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. She threatened to. Yeah.
I would be deathly afraid of her if she had a Stanley knife to my Johnson.
And see, but nobody's telling the dad about it because she threatened him. So the only one saying it is her, and she's not getting any backup because the kids are afraid to.
Yeah,
She threatened to cut his dick off.
yeah,
That's a
that
pretty
that
serious
was
threat.
definitely it. And Max, she pointed the gun right in Max's face,
Right.
so it's
Serious.
just like, now this here, put yourself in Max's place. Would you go we or would
Yeah,
you be scared?
man. I don't know. It's really hard coming from the kids' point of view. These two kids' point of view, it's really hard because they totally believe her. They've seen her in action, so they know
Yeah,
she will do what she says.
yeah, especially
So
Max. Max saw it firsthand.
they're in a situation.
Yeah.
And then here's this psychologist, and she's such a ignorant bitch, man. This
Oh, I cannot stand her. She
she
reminds
she
me of Dr. Martin.
she's putting all the blame on her. And oh, now he
Yeah,
pulls out the bundle.
yeah. He's like,
The
oh, really?
psychologist
This?
has got no business being involved here in this conversation between these two. She's got no business being involved in it.
He
She don't
brung it
know
to her.
shit about you.
He
She
brung
don't
that
know any.
bottle to the office.
That's what I
That's
tell her
that.
too. You mind your business and get the hell out of my house.
Yeah,
And you get
yeah.
some more sleep. I'm feeling good. I'll see you later. All right, Nanette. Take it easy. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. Much appreciated. See, yeah, I totally enjoyed Diary of the Dead too.
Oh, I love that movie, dude.
Yeah,
They
it's
had a
yeah,
kick-ass steelbook of it at Walmart.
yeah. I've seen it.
Yeah, it was
I
nice.
thought it showed a lot of creativity on because George just wanted to go. He wanted to kind of restart it, and that's what he did with it.
He
And
did a fantastic
he wanted
job.
to do it trying the found footage aspect. And
Yeah, he did a great job. That's one of my favorite
oh,
undead
it's fun.
movies.
Yeah, me and Knight did the whole series, man. We went back and forth on each other's channels. We started at night and we ended at survival. We just ended that a couple months ago, and then we did Terminator and Terminator 2. Now we're getting ready to start the Alien franchise.
Nice.
So, yep, take it easy on that. If you want to keep talking about what we were talking about earlier, just get a hold of me tomorrow. Take it easy, hon.
See, now she's manipulating Max. She just said, "I'll shoot mommy if you tell."
Right. See, they're in a situation, man. Hey, Steve, what's going on, man? We're in. Let's see. This is about almost an hour and 20 minutes. About 40 left.
Wow. Yeah, I forgot this movie was that long. It doesn't
Oh yeah.
seem that long, which means it's a great
Yeah.
movie. If you got a movie that's over 2 hours long and it doesn't seem two
Right.
hours long, that is a good movie.
That's the key. That's the key. If it
Yeah,
seems
you
two
gotta,
hours,
yeah,
yeah.
you have to find ways to keep your audience captivated
Right. Right.
to make a 2 or 3 hour movie seem like 90 minutes. Um, Titanic
See,
is good at that up to a point,
yeah.
but it does have scenes that I don't think are necessary.
Right.
that extend the movie longer than it needs to be. It's fantastic. Um,
The little boy
yeah.
was trying to put his head together with the sister here. You know what I mean? He's trying
hmm
to compare notes,
hmm hmm
trying to
Comparing
get rid of.
notes, and the fact that she's hearing impaired, really, he didn't have to. Why? I always wondered, why didn't he sign that conversation?
I don't know, man.
Oh,
Well, I mean, she's been deaf her whole life, right? So she can probably read lips pretty good.
um,
Anybody deaf long enough can read lips really well.
she's been deaf most most of her life. Um, I I remember a conversation when they were playing on the pond and everything.
Yeah.
Right before that scene had happened, they were talking about how um, she became partially hearing impaired because she almost drowned.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay. Yeah. But I mean, I know she's been deaf long enough to where she can somewhat read lips because
Oh yeah,
even people who are a little bit hard at hearing, they learn how
yeah,
to read lips.
oh yeah.
Yeah. That is true, Austin. I wonder why they didn't go 4K with this because this is just Blu-ray. This is not 4K, and this is
This
the newest edition of it so far. So I don't know, man.
These are one of those movies that
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
necessary.
Ninja, got to take some of the chip sticks.
Yeah, it's just certain movies. It's not necessary to be a 4K. Some movies, Blu-ray is good enough.
This looks really
Like,
good. This Screen Factory, but this looks great. Actually,
I bet.
I'm very impressed with it. It
I
like
want.
it couldn't look better if it wasn't 4K.
Yeah, I'm watching a early family video rental release. They got the little rental thing on the bottom.
And this is only a 2K scan, but it looks fucking great.
I bet.
This is
I'm gonna put that on
well,
my list of things to take from you. I got
uh,
about.
I didn't notice the music was done by John Ophan.
That name sounds familiar.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's done a
I
lot
know
of.
that name.
See, Rusty says lots of 4Ks coming out now seem to be worse than the remastered Blu-ray that comes with it. That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah, some movies you can only upgrade the picture of a movie and sharpen a picture so much before you start just seeing the flaws in the film.
Depending on
That's
the
why I
yeah,
say yeah, that's why I say certain movies do not need upgraded that high.
here's one I know you'd love to get from me too. The Second Sight Blair Witch Project.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. But
Look at that, man.
I went
It's got like book
yeah, I'm waiting for Second Sight to release a Book of Shadows as well.
that'd be that'd be cool. 8K
And
will
if they
probably not be a thing. Yeah,
and if
probably not.
and if they did, I would insist that it came with the soundtrack, not not the score like the
Right.
double-sided DVD. I mean the real soundtrack with Godhead and Manson and all
Right.
them on. I would want. Dude, that is so hard to find.
Yeah.
That a soundtrack. I have been trying to get a hold of that soundtrack for 8 years now.
Russ says
It's either
they DNR them to death. Everyone looks plastic. Yeah, they definitely can. That definitely does happen. 4K is
yeah,
barely a thing. Hope to find it any Walmart or Target. Yeah, from what I heard, Target took all that shit out. Now I know Meyer did. There's not one fucking movie in that store now.
yeah, I know.
Not one. There's not even a vinyl record, a video game, or anything in a Meyer anymore.
Nope.
Steve says, "Hey Keith, has anyone told your son that he looks like Joaquin Phoenix?" I don't think so. Has anyone told you look like Joaquin Phoenix?
Uh, um, Sam did actually.
Really?
Yeah, he said with my hair growing out, I got this Joaquin Phoenix quality to me. I'm like,
Joaquin Phoenix is one of the best actors on the planet, man. In my
indeed.
opinion, he's easily one of the best. Now he might be one if he was to recast Jaws. You might be able to stick him in the Hooper spot. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be good.
But like I
But
said,
hopefully,
you got to get Michael Rooker or Willem Dafoe to play Quint if he's recast.
I would
Rook
prefer both.
Rooker, I
I
think,
would
would be a
prefer.
great. Of course, I wouldn't want to recast it, but just saying, just
Yeah,
just for shits and giggles, just because, like I said, Stacy asked me that earlier, and I thought that
yeah,
was an interesting concept.
yeah. Yeah, that is a good concept. I like that. That was nice.
Ninja says,
Another one
I
of
would
my
say Kyle Gallagher. I'm not sure who Kyle Gallagher from Smile. I want to see those Smile movies. People seem to be talking a
yeah,
lot about them.
yeah. So do I. I'm waiting for him to put him up at the library so I can go get him. Speaking of a recasting, um, how would you recast something like, say, Children of the Corn or Dawn of the Dead?
Oh, dude, I don't know, man.
Because you can't really recast Children of the Corn.
No, you cannot. To me, there is only one Isaac. There's only one Malachi,
No.
especially Isaac. The non-believers.
Yeah,
He was born to be Isaac, man. He really was.
I actually wrote a parody song for Children of the Corn, and I was going to sing it in Isaac, and it was going to be like an Air Supply song.
The Air Supply singer sounds like Isaac talking. He does. That now
For
you can
real.
stick him in as Isaac. That's about it. A really old
And
one.
and I and I and I sat there and
Oh my
in the
God, she's
very
gonna beat
beginning,
him.
oh my God, he's on fire.
Bitch burnt down
Oh,
that
he's on.
nice ass treehouse. Somebody needs
Yeah,
to
that
kick
is a
her ass.
cool edge treehouse. Yes. Oh yeah, I'd kick her right in the face. It's just the perfect height for a good, strong knee or a foot directly to the face.
It's like she burnt
Perfect.
down my house, man. Burnt down my treehouse. That's it. That is it. I've had enough.
I would give her a great Hopkido crescent kick right to the face.
Right.
I'm not sure if I do the inside or the outside crescent, but I figure it out real quick.
Hey, Stacy. Speaking of Stacy, we've been talking about off and on. We've been talking about how you was asking about recasting Jaws, and I was saying Michael Rooker as Quint, maybe Joaquin Phoenix as Hooper, and say Colin Farrell as the as Chief Brody. How about that?
And Mickey
Welcome.
Rourke as the crazy fisherman that tries to go catch Jaws.
Oh, you mean the one with the Sunday roast?
Yeah, that guy. I think Mickey Rourke would do a good job in that spot.
Oh yeah, yeah. Good cast. Well, thank you. Welcome. Hopefully you're having a great evening, Stacy.
I think it's terrible how Hollywood tried to blacklist him so hard.
Blacklist what?
Rourke.
Well, Rourke was an asshole too, though, man.
Yeah, he
He
kind of deserved it.
he dude he turned down Steven Spielberg, man. He told Steven
Yeah,
Spielberg, that's not good enough. Who turns down Steven Spielberg?
I definitely wouldn't turn down Spielberg. I give Spielberg a hug.
You know what I'm
Spielberg.
saying? He thought he was at one point. He thought he was so badass that he could tell directors like Scorsese and Spielberg no. I mean, that's cocky. That's what ruined
I
his
would,
career.
I mean, honestly, I would tell Spielberg no before I'd tell Scorsese, but I couldn't say no to either one of them.
Right.
Like if one of
Shoot.
them wanted me to come in and play some little bit part, I'd be like, well, Get my passport together for me, and I'll be there.
Yeah, man. It's Spielberg's got anything available. It's like, yes, he's only the most successful director of all time.
Something I don't think I ever told you, actually. One of my dreams that I always wanted to do, and we never talked about it. I never brought it up. I always wanted to act. I always wanted to be an actor
Yeah,
and do my
I,
own film.
yeah, I had a passion for it too, man. That's why I was in drama class in high school. I did pretty good too, man. Got straight A's, and of
Yeah,
course,
I did.
I'm not saying I'm Robert De Niro or anything, but I'm saying I did pretty good.
Yeah, I did. I did drama through my middle school when I was actually at middle school and not some alternative school somewhere. Um, yeah, I wasn't a great kid at school, but a very troubled individual. But I took drama, and the only problem I ever had with drama, I can't remember my line.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm one of those people
That
that would need a yeah. I'm one of the people
well,
that would need an earpiece.
there's been very successful actors in history that were not good at remembering lines. They had little they back before they had them up on a screen where you could read them. Um, they had certain little ways that they were able to remember them. They use little tricks. Rusty
I would have to
says,
know.
Rusty says, talk about Rourke. Rusty says,
Yeah.
anyone with that kind of pure male beauty who goes out and gets his face pummeled into roast beef has issues. He did he don't even look real anymore. Like
Yeah, I know.
the way he looked in The Wrestler, that was fine. He had that rugged look like he had been through a lot. But he don't even look like himself at all now. He fucked his face up bad. Rourke did.
What do you do? Get work done?
Oh, a lot. Type up Mickey
Oh,
Rourke and check him out now. He don't
I
even look
will.
real. He looks like fucking Joan Rivers or something.
Yeah, I will here later on. I
Yeah.
just the only
Check it out
device
and
I
then
got. I'll
message me.
check it out. Yeah, I'll check
Check,
it out. We'll talk about it.
yeah, check it out and then send me a message, man. It'll blow your mind what it looks like now. It's crazy.
Um, imagine the
Yes, definitely want to see the
Sunday
monkey.
night.
I love Oz Perkins, so yes, I definitely want to see the monkey.
Yeah, I saw previews for the monkey. I want to check that out.
Oz Perkins is great. To
Um,
me, still to this day, to me, his masterpiece is Black Coat's Daughter. I adore that film. As a matter of fact,
I've
I have it on the schedule. I think I'm doing it the 15th live. So
yeah, I've been trying to find that movie to watch it. Can't find it. And I don't want to have to watch it on this little phone. Um,
Stacy says, "I want Oz Perkins to make new Psycho movies." I don't know. Is that something that they've talked about? Oh, Brad Dorff is just awesome in anything. It doesn't matter.
oh yeah, it doesn't at all.
As long as his face is somewhere in it, it's good. His
Legion,
face, his voice, whatever. You can use his face, his voice. It don't matter.
yeah,
It's good.
Exorcist Legion would not have been the
Dude,
same without it.
his performance in Zombies Halloween 2 when he finds out that Annie's
Mm,
dead. Oh man,
mm,
that is powerful.
That
That's good shit.
that was that was great.
He
That was
just
great.
he oh man, that was yeah. That was probably the most powerful part of the whole film. Probably the best part. Yeah.
It's not bad. I just don't like going that deep into Michael's mind. I don't want to know what he's
Right.
thinking. I don't want to know what his psychology is like. I
Right.
don't care. It ruins the mystique of the character doing that.
Yeah.
Zombie
I
took
was
a
just speaking
more
I was just speaking from that particular character's point of view. You know what I mean? Finding out
yeah,
that his daughter and the great job that he did.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. I loved it. He is definitely one of the best in the world.
So underrated. I mean, the horror community loves him. The horror community adores him and talks very highly about him. We put him on a high pedestal, but as far as the full scheme of things goes, he's not
Yeah,
in. He's in that list of greatest actors in most people's list. If you go outside of horror, and I think that's a shame.
yeah.
Willem
It's a
Dafoe
big
is. Willem Dafoe, of course, is. Of course, he deserves that and more because Willem Dafoe could do anything and then some. And
yeah. He
I
could.
think Brad Pitt deserves to be there too.
Oh yeah, definitely. And DiCaprio is another one.
He is. He is. I have to admit.
He he can do anything. Shutter Island would not have been what it was without Jen Lawrence and DiCaprio.
Dude, Gilbert Grape.
So,
That is the greatest performance of all time of someone playing someone mentally challenged. That is the greatest performance
yeah,
I've ever seen anyone do. And he was just a kid.
yeah, yeah. That was fantastic.
It was
That is definitely one of my top favorite acting jobs.
to me, and he didn't win the Oscar for that, and that's crazy. To me, that performance of playing, the or slow or mentally challenged person, to me, was better than Dustin Hoffman's autistic performance in Rain Man. I think that's my opinion.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
don't get me wrong, Dustin Hoffman was great in Rain Man, but
yeah,
I think DiCaprio's performance was better.
yeah, yeah. I agree. I completely agree with that.
I mean, I
Completely
totally
agree.
believed him. I totally believed. I completely believe that performance. That's just a good show. That's not the kind of show you want to watch all the time. Gilbert Grape isn't,
No, no, it's
but it
not.
is it's fucking tastic. And
Yeah, but
Johnny
when
Depp,
you do, mm,
but Rourke is our favorite actor. Love him in Firefly, Full Privilege. I haven't seen Grimmage really been a little bit. Spun, we talk about Spun. The Wrestler, I absolutely adore The Wrestler. When
I
I
love
did The
the rest.
Wrestler 2 years ago, it made me emotional. There's a couple of parts of that film that really made me emotional because so many parts of that movie comes from a real place with me.
Hmm.
It it
Hmm.
it strikes so many nerves in my actual life. Of course, that just as well as anybody, being my oldest son. Um, you
Yeah,
know, it just
yeah, that
it
fear,
it got to me.
yeah, that fear of a couple of your parts of the what if, how are they going to react, blah blah. And
No, man.
I am so glad that it turned out the way that it did because it could have
Yeah,
turned out bad.
mhm. Yeah, yeah. It
Uh,
yeah, it just strikes so many nerves, that wrestler movie does with me. I don't
mhm.
know if I did it now, I don't think it would have hit the same nerve that it did then, but it really
No,
hit a strong one back then.
yeah,
I really enjoyed doing it. Um, by far his greatest performance. Really
oh
great movie for anybody, and you don't even have to be a wrestling fan to enjoy it. That's the cool part about it.
no, that that movie was his rising, his re-rising,
Yeah,
his
yeah,
his
that was his comeback,
resurrection.
but then he wasted it. Somehow it ended
Yeah,
up getting wasted, man.
yeah, yeah,
I don't understand how.
yeah, because he did that, then he did Iron Man, and then like those are the two roles I can remember within the past few years because he hasn't done much with it with his
He just
comeback.
has
It's like he,
this, yeah, he just has natural cockiness about him that a lot of people, especially in the movie industry, find very unattractive.
yeah,
He has a
he has,
natural cockiness to him that just doesn't work out well in Hollywood. It really doesn't.
yeah. Oh, but
Willem
here's
Dafoe,
the revelation.
man, have you seen? what's it called, guys? That one of the full movie that came out about a year ago, where he's trapped in that apartment, where he's like a painting thief or something, and he gets trapped in that apartment. That's you need to see that with Willem Dafoe. That is a damn good show.
Interesting.
Body Heat, hell yeah, remember Body Heat? But you need to see it. It came out about a year ago.
Okay.
I can't remember the name of it. Oh, it's called it's called Inside, I do believe. Maybe. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Rusty's saying it's called Inside. Watch that. You'll like it. Here she is. Now we're finding out that she's actually an adult woman.
Hmm.
That'd be a horrible thing, man. To be an adult and to look like a little girl your whole life.
Yeah, that's gotta suck.
So
Because a
you,
lot of adult men are not going to want anything to do with you
yeah, right,
because they're
right.
just going to feel
And the ones
so
that
wrong.
do, and the ones that do are perverts.
Yeah, and that's all she finds.
She can't win. She can't be with a normal decent man. She's stuck with these weirdo perverts that like little kids because she looks like a little kid. That would be terrible.
Yeah, that would suck.
Like the actress is another thing. She did a good job in this difficult role. Absolutely, Stacey. Absolutely. Spun is underrated. I was telling Drake about that, Russell, and we were talking about that also, how he cooks meth there in the motel room and shit. Brittany Murphy's great in it. Like I was talking about
Okay.
last night, uh, anybody who like Brittany Murphy and likes Tony Collette and people like that, watch The Dead Girl. Not Dead Girl, The Dead Girl. But Brittany Murphy is brilliant in it, and so is Tony Collette. So is Josh Brolin. Of course, I like Josh Brolin anyway. Spun does have an amazing cast, absolutely. Rusty says she'd have to join a small person dating site. Yeah, true. That'd be her only chance to stay away from the weirdo perverts. That'd be the only chance she'd have.
Yeah, she'd have to get with little people.
Yep. And that'd be a bummer. Thanks for mentioning that. Yeah. The Dead Girl. Yeah. Now Dead Girl's good too. That's got Charlotte Fernandez in it. It's about the one they find that girl that's dead and they keep her in the basement of the school and they pimp her out and shit.
Yeah.
But that one to me is not as good as the Dead. There's certain movies I always talk about and try to push, and that's one I've pushed for what 2-3 years now. The Dead.
Hmm.
I need to say fuck it and do that movie. You know what I mean? Might as well just do it.
Yeah.
Get it over with. That way I can talk about it the whole time and discuss it and beat it down and dissect it and the whole bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pro tip: Big Girl is not a dating movie. No, it's not. No, no. That one regular dead girl with Charlotte Fernandez. That's a weird movie too, man. Where they just find that girl and she's dead or whatever, and they have sex with
Hmm.
her and then they pimp her out. And
Yeah.
it's like she's nasty as fuck. Now, why would they want? I don't understand.
Yeah. I don't.
All those dirty nasty pimps. They pimp out the dirty nasty hoes. Well, the dirty just Well, I mean, she's dead. So it's not like she's a skank. She's dead. Like, yeah, I'll pay that sex for her. Okay,
It's
if
like
that's what you
it's like,
if that's what you like. Yes, yeah.
yeah.
Unearthed Films did a good job on that one.
God, that reminds me of the episode of Roseanne. He's dead. He
Oh
died.
yeah,
He's dead.
yeah. She said, Dad is gone. Dad's passed away. Dad, she goes, he's dead. Dad is dead. She's screaming. She don't ever make me do that shit again.
Yeah, and then finally she was like, he's great. He's fine. He sends his love.
Yeah.
She just gives up.
Good for him.
She's like, he's great. He's fine. He sends his love.
Steve
And
says
she
Matt
said,
Dillon would have been a good choice. Hell yeah, Matt Dillon's
oh, yeah.
always great too. Ooh, Michael Madsen. Michael Madsen
Oh,
has got a aura like a motherfucker about him, man. He has got charisma. Michael Madsen to me has got what you call that it factor, that
Oh,
rare it factor.
you got
He
a
just
knife in a kitty.
he comes off cool. No matter what he plays, he's still cool.
Oh yeah.
That's the it factor. You know, certain people have it, certain people don't. You can't learn the it factor, man. You either have it or you don't. You're born with that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
She's killing this motherfucker.
Oh.
She's all, you can have me, huh, motherfucker? I'll stab you to death. Oh my god. Damn. Yeah. Oh yeah. He's dead.
I know it.
I forgot about that part.
Oh man.
Damn.
Oh
Tommy
man.
Lee Jones. Thank you, Stacy. Tommy Lee Jones. To me, you got Tommy Lee Jones and you got Willem Dafoe. That is the two best character actors possibly that there is. You talk about
Yes.
somebody that's got a Tommy Lee Jones, man.
I thought Tommy Lee was just brilliant in No Country for Old Men.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. That
That's
the whole
a
movie is
movie.
just brilliant.
Oh yeah, I love that movie.
He just got something about him. All he's got to do is talk. He don't even have to act. All Tommy Lee Jones has
And,
got to do is talk, and
yeah.
you're drawing in. You're just drawing in.
Yeah, I would like to hear him narrate like a nature special or something.
Him narrating in a film is like Morgan Freeman narrating in a film, or Samuel Jackson narrating. Let me see.
And John went out to his motherfucking car and he drove over to the motherfucking stove.
DiCaprio were both in a movie. A lot of screen nominated movies for supporting nominations. I have to say though that I so enjoyed California Mountain Snake, with Snake on him, and Kill Bill. Kill Bill. I got those 4Ks. I'm looking to. I've never done a Tarantino film either. I'm gonna start doing Tarantino films just because the conversations you can have during a watch along of a Tarantino film, classic. I look so much forward to those. I'm
I
definitely
have a
gonna.
lot of them. I'm only missing a couple that I actually care to get.
Matter of fact, Jackie Brown 4K right here in my possession.
I got the old special edition DVDs of like the Pulp Fiction with the Jackrabbit Slims menu and shit. I only got that for $3.
Then it says favorite Tarantino film. What's your
Ooh.
favorite Tarantino film, man? If you had to pick one, which one would it be?
Oh God.
That's hard, isn't it?
Oh my
Now,
God, they're all so great in their own way.
okay, now at the same time, do you count Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2 as one film, or would you count them as two
Yes.
different? You
Yeah,
count them
I
as
count
one?
them as just one continued film. When I watch them back to back. I never just watch one or two. I watch them all in the same go.
Rusty says Hateful Eight. Good point. Hateful Eight is great. Hateful Eight is so painful. That part when Samuel Jackson is telling Bruce Dern's character about what he made his son do. Oh my God, man.
Yes.
That
You
is so
feel
powerful.
there.
That makes you
There are
feel sick at your stomach, don't it?
yeah, yeah. There are scenes in movies that you don't watch or hear. You actually
Yeah.
feel those scenes, and that's one of them.
That is
That is a
so done. That is done so powerful, man. You can just feel it. You can literally get a mental picture of it, man, and that's the last thing you want to do.
well. It actually
But you,
shows it too.
but you can't help. Yeah, I mean, I would have to say if I had to pick one, oh Jesus Christ. Okay, the first one I seen, the first Tarantino that I ever seen was Pulp Fiction. So Pulp Fiction, nostalgically, got me into Tarantino. However,
I don't
oh man,
remember what my first Tarantino film was. It might have been Kill Bill.
I like all of them. I love all of them.
Um,
If I had to pick one, I would have to say Pulp Fiction simply because that was my first one and that's the one that got me into it. However, I
so
like that and Reservoir Dogs and the Kill Bills all about the same. They're all about the same to me.
So are we choosing this as if it's the only film or just our favorite?
You have to pick one that you think is the best Tarantino film. Your one, like if you were leaving and you could take only one Tarantino film with you, which would it be? That's hard, isn't it?
It would come down between three. If I had to pick one movie to
Yeah.
take with me, it would be Death Proof,
Really?
uh, Kill Bill 1 and 2, because they're just one movie,
Right.
or either True Romance or Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah, but True Romance isn't really a Tarantino film though. He just wrote the original story to it. I mean, as far as his films go, like
Oh, okay,
you
so
know,
his. I always thought
one
True
one that
Romance was.
one that he actually directed.
Okay, well, that helps narrow it down. It would have to fall between Death Proof or the Kill Bill
Okay.
for me.
Okay. See, because I find it almost impossible to pick between Kill Bills, Pulp Fiction, and Reservoir Dogs. It's damn near impossible.
Yeah,
I might just leave them all out and say, fuck it, man, I can't,
yeah. They just get rid of them all. I can't choose.
But since Pulp Fiction pulled me into his films to begin with, I since I can't choose, I'll just pick Pulp Fiction. It encapsulates everything that is Tarantino. It really does.
What about
So
Argento? If you had to choose one Argento movie and the rest had to go,
Phenomenon. That's my
it'd be
favorite.
phenomenal.
That is my favorite. That's the first one that I've seen, and to me, it is still my favorite, man. I love between the years of 1971 and 1987, Tarantino did not make a bad film. They're all great. But Phenomena is the one for me.
I think mine would be Opera.
Ooh, Opera's great. Yep,
I
Opera's
love
real
Opera.
good.
I
Uh,
don't have a copy
uh,
of that though. It's a game.
um, Chris and I are going to do Opera here in the future sometime.
That's not.
See, Stacy says, "What would you do if you adopted this orphan that was actually an adult? Do you call orphanage or the feds, etc.?" In the movie, let me see, hold on. They tried to get information from an orphanage, but are misled. Difficult predicament, definitely. Good.
Um, Once I found out what she really was, I'd lock her in the basement first and foremost. She would be locked in the basement just so she don't hurt nobody, and then I'm getting a hold of the proper authorities on matters. First, I gather all my
Def-
evidence up,
yeah,
and
definitely
then
ones that he directed, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the produced Demons films, but I much prefer his directed ones. Argento.
mhm.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is great. Tarantino flick as well. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. After a couple of watchings, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do like it. Like it a lot.
Yeah,
Don't forget
yeah, it
about
took me a
Django
couple.
Unchained.
Oh, I love
Django
Django.
Unchained probably has one of the greatest DiCaprio and Samuel Jackson performances of all time. And
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
I think Hateful Eight's probably his most underrated film. You know what I mean? When people talk
oh yeah.
about the greatest Tarantino's, they never seem to mention the Hateful Eight, and I think it's because it's just
So
it's got
long,
it's rough too, but it
yeah.
doesn't
It's
seem long,
very rough.
man. It flows really well,
It depends on the mood I'm in, how long that
right?
movie seems. If I'm really looking to watch it and I'm in a good mood, that movie just flies. But if I'm not in a good mood, that movie drags so hard.
Oh yeah, I know you, Ninja. I knew where you was going with the produced or directed. You and I know each other for a long time, and we've done a lot of shit together, man. We talked for hours on the messenger. We even had private conversations in like private streams on StreamYard. We'll make it private just to hang out and discuss shit. So yeah,
No,
I definitely knew where you were going with that. Uh, I'd say Argento directed would be Tenebrae's fucking awesome too, man. And you got John
Hmm.
Saxon in it. John Saxon's the man. You got two dudes in horror that are the man. One would be
Yeah.
John Saxon. The other would be Tom Atkins. Tom
Oh yeah.
Atkins is the pimp, man.
He is definitely the pimp. That's the man
his
right
his
there.
his kids are waiting for him to come around and get him for Halloween. Instead, he grabs a 6 pack and the young chick and fucking takes off to some other town to look for her dad.
Yeah.
That
I mean,
motherfucker's
can
a
you really
pimp.
say no? Can you really say no to her though?
To
Really?
Stacy Nelkin, to Stacy Nelkin in Halloween 3, hell no.
No. She is one of my all-time favorite chicks.
Yeah, I
Oh.
got an autographed picture of her. You knew that, right?
Uh-huh.
Wow, that makes folks uncomfortable as opposed to the schlocky violence in his other films. Hence people getting uncomfortable with Hateful Eight, yeah. And it's that one. It's well, you know the story about the Hateful Eight, right? Uh, have you seen the behind the scenes shit? You know that acoustic guitar that Kurt Russell smashes?
Uh-huh.
That was actually an ancient like classic acoustic guitar. He thought it was a prop and he smashed it, and it was one they had borrowed from a museum.
Oh God.
Yeah,
I bet that
I
didn't
guess
play
Kurt
off well.
cried. I guess Kurt cried.
Oh.
Jennifer Jason Lee tried to tell him, no, no. That's why during that scene when he smashes it beside her, because remember she starts playing it and she starts singing about how he's gonna get killed. Remember he grabs it from her and smashes it. She's trying to
Yeah, and
stop
that
him right
low
there.
note
She's
was
like, no.
legit.
Yep,
Yeah, and
true
they went
story.
ahead and kept. Yeah, they went ahead and kept that shot because it was so genuine.
Yep. She and I guess when they said cut and they told Kurt, I guess Kurt cried.
Oh,
Yep, true story,
yeah,
true story.
he probably cried for a couple of reasons.
Yeah.
He
Well,
he
that
he
was
probably cried.
yeah. Well, that was Orphan, man. I wanted to do Orphan too. I got it scheduled just in case we're able to. So if you're able to get your hands on Orphan First Kill, it, we ought to do it here in a couple days. If not, we can figure out something else.
All I gotta do is stop by the library. I know they got it.
Okay, that would be
I
very
know
cool
they got it. I could whip in there tomorrow and grab it.
because I've only seen it once, and I'm looking forward to seeing it again because it's my favorite of the two.
Um, how realistic do you think that breaking of the neck was? Like, do you
That
think that's accurate to what would have happened, given how
it
small
looked
she is?
it looked and sounded good. I'll put it that way.
Definitely looked sounded good, yeah. But do you think it's
It
like physically accurate?
I don't know. No, no. Haven't broken any necks lately.
Okay.
Not a couple months anyway.
Oh,
But hey,
well, we gotta talk about this.
it convinced me. Hey, I don't know personally, but hey, you know, I thought it looked killer. Tarantino has mentioned his desire to remake this Book That's Set by the Door. It's a very interesting book and movie in the '70s about spies and feds that portraying gangs. Interesting. Yeah, I know he changed his mind. He was going to make his last film about the film critic, but he decided to go another way with it.
Yeah.
But we know whatever he does do, it's going to be Tarantino and it's going to be interesting and it's going to be good because he doesn't make a lot of films and he takes his time making them
Uh-huh.
because he wants to make sure that they're going to be right on.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
So
Tarantino is a bit of a perfectionist. He's got to have it just right, or he won't do it. He's a lot like
yeah.
Kubrick in that aspect.
Well, think about it. He's been making films for what 30 years now, and he's only got 9. I had 9 actual films. This will be his 10th or whatever. So
Yeah, yeah.
he don't fuck around when he does it. I'm actually looking forward to digging into his catalog. Me and JT were talking about doing the Tarantino project. I'm not so sure. We haven't talked in a couple of weeks, so I'm not sure where we're going with that. But I would still like to do it. I still may go down that way. So I don't know, but either way, I do want to cover his work. I do want to do watchers and discussions on his movies because I love him
Um,
that much, and I've never done any of them before. So
I've had a lot of arguments about this subject. It's very off topic. I just want to ask your opinion of it. Do you consider the 28 movies zombie movies?
no, no,
That
no,
that's what I was thinking
that
about it.
that's an infection movie. It's in
Yeah,
the genre. It's loosely in the genre,
yeah,
but no, they're not dead. Therefore, if they're not dead, they can't be zombies. You know,
exactly. That's my argument about it.
but they are in
Because
the genre. You know what I mean? They're a
yeah.
subgenre of the genre. That's what it
Oh,
is.
did you see where they're bringing out 28 months later now?
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
thought
they're
it was like
saying they're
28
bringing out.
years. Yeah, I thought it was like 28 years or something. Maybe this month. Maybe this month.
Yeah,
Yes, I seen that.
I
Got
think that's
Killian Murphy.
interesting. Yeah, yeah. I just
Killian
wonder
Murphy,
how.
another great actor. That's another one that might play a good hoop. Killian Murphy, that would be a good hooper. I'm all
Yeah,
stuck
I
on
just.
this recasting of Jaws thing now. I might have to watch Jaws here soon.
I don't have
28
Jaw.
years later. You know Jaws?
No.
I've got several copies of it, man. Remind me when you're over next, and I'll send one with you.
But it's one movie I never like. I see it everywhere, but I just never grab it.
Right.
It's just
Yeah,
one of those
I've got
movies I know I'm going to see it in a store somewhere.
yeah, I've got damn, I got a VHS. I got a couple of different special edition DVDs. I got
Yeah,
Blu-rays. I got
yeah.
4K. Yeah, but yeah. Thanks to everybody for stopping in with us again tonight, man. For the second night in a row, it's been a pleasure. It's been a hell of a lot of fun. I love talking about these films. I love talking to you guys. I love hanging with my son and doing these things. It's absolutely awesome. Um, in a couple days here, I have scheduled to do Orphan First Kill. So definitely jump in with us on that and check that out with us. Um, yeah, had a great time. Everybody be careful. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Um, and just chill and have a good one, man. So until then, much love to y'all, and we will see you then. This is Drake, and I am Gorphobe. As soon as I find this, we will be. Here we go. Much love to everybody. I am Gorphobe, and you are not. Take it easy.
Good luck to you. Your raggedy ass goddamn family for real. That's why you is a whole ass bitch for real. Reason why the f you live a miserable life except that you dumb, ugly, and for real. You should work for Putnam County. What the f you doing out here? You raggedy ass for real. Stupid bitch for real. How the f you got somebody out driving under the influence? Nigga, no goddamn keys in the ignition. Was nobody driving. You stupid for real. Hey, Captain. Oh, Putnam County. That's what the f don't cut him out his face. Cut his shit the same too, cause he's dumb for real. He ugly. He's stupid for real. Work for Putnam County.
Because I am Goraphobe, and you are not.